Hello again. It was, I suppose, inevitable that the scandal around Hugh Edwards should deteriorate into accusations of homophobia. Much the same thing happened, as I recall, when Philip Schofield was caught out in some strange goings on. I've been wondering lately if homophobia really is a thing these days, other than among a handful of religious cranks. Of course, many of us do not actually go in for this kind of thing ourselves and view it like dogging or sadomasochism, perhaps being slightly yucky. But that doesn't mean that we hate, despise, fear, or even dislike gay people. After all, I disapprove strongly of adultery, and yet I have friends who have cheated on their husbands or wives without it affecting my friendship with them. We simply give the subject a wide berth. If people wish to go to swinging parties or dogging in a nature reserve or commit sodomy on a regular basis, that's fine by me, as long as I don't have to see it or hear about it. I may be wrong, but I rather suspect that a lot, maybe most people, feel that way these days. It's true that there used to be a lot of prejudice against homosexuals, particularly men, and that there were insulting names for them. They were also bullied and physically attacked from time to time. Like everybody else, I think, I'm glad that this no longer happens. The problem I have is that the whole business is now very obtrusive, and the same mindset which applies to racism is now used with homosexuality. Many viewers will know that Angela Davis famously said that in a racist society, it's not enough to be non-racist, one must be actively anti-racist. Precisely the same attitude has now got mixed up with the whole question of gay people, transvestites and transsexuals. It's not enough that we, the ordinary people, no longer care whether or not men get into bed together. This is, of course, the equivalent of being non-racist. We're simply not bothered by it. Let's say we accept that prejudice is wrong and we must allow everybody the same rights and not discriminate against them. I, for one, feel that it would be wrong and unjust to refuse to offer somebody a job or deny them a flat simply because that person was black or homosexual. I think that we should not allow prejudice to have an adverse effect upon their lives. But, and it's a big but, that doesn't mean that I want to see the homosexual or transvestite lifestyle celebrated constantly in public. I don't want my supermarket or bank to put up flags and signs saying that they are proud to endorse homosexual activity and feelings. That's just weird. Why would I want to? I don't walk down the street telling everybody that I like having sex with women. This is particularly so because these marches are being increasingly infiltrated by people wearing sadomasochistic bondage gear, leather, rubber, and so on. Again, that's fine in the bedroom, but not perhaps in the high road when I'm doing my shopping. I am the ultimate libertarian, and I have no objection to consenting adults getting up to anything at all they please. I don't mind if two men wish to get in the sack, or two women, or two men and a woman, or any other combination. Nor do I mind at all if people wish to mutilate their bodies by having their testicles or breasts removed. It's certainly none of my business. It becomes my business, though, if they decide to advertise their proclivities when I am about in public. I may not care, but I honestly don't want to know about it. The United States Army used to have a very sensible rule regarding homosexuality, which was don't ask, don't tell. This is a sentiment which I would like to see become a little more widespread in this country, I think.